motion and rest. These two are the relative terms in physics. If one is one is being in rest, then the other is in motion, and if one is in motion, then the other is in rest. This can be understood by a simple example. Compare, think you are traveling in a train, and some passengers are sitting beside you, and the train is moving. So if we will compare the train with a person, with a tree outside the train, then the train is in motion. And as you are sitting in the train, then you are also in motion. But if you will compare yourself with the passengers beside you, then you are in rest according to physics. Because motion means, according to physics, you should change the position in respect to another person. But as you are sitting inside the train, and the passengers inside the train are also in motion with the train, are also in motion with you, so both of you are not changing the place compared to each other. So you two are not in motion. But if you will compare with the things outside the train, then you are in motion. The person beside you also are in motion, because you are changing the place in respect to the things outside the train, but not inside the train. So what is rest according to the physics? In definition, rest: a body is said to be in rest is said to be in rest if it does not change his position with respect to a fixed point or its surrounding. Respect to a fixed point or its surrounding. But for motion, a body is said to be in motion a body is said to be in motion if it changes its position with respect to a fixed point or its surrounding. So, if we will consider both the terms, the rest and motion are relative terms, because one should change his position to the fixed point or its surrounding. So, rest and motion are relative terms. As I have given you an example earlier, similarly I am giving you another example. Think you are moving in a bus. You are sitting inside the bus. The bus is going on a straight linear path, straight road. Then if you will compare all the things outside the bus, then it is you are in motion. But if you will compare inside the bus, the passenger sitting beside you is in rest, because you are not changing your position with respect to the passenger sitting beside you, but you are changing the position with the person who is standing outside the bus. So rest and motion are relative terms. If one is in rest, then he is with the two. If we will compare one person with one thing, if he is in rest with the other thing, he may be in motion. It is not required, or you are not bound to say that, or you cannot confirmly say that he is in rest, but he may be in rest. So rest and motion are relative terms. Now, in physics, we deal with a large number of quantities. In physics, we deal with large number of quantities, and these quantities are categorized in two factors. Number one is scalar quantity. Scalar quantity. Number two is vector quantity. Scalar quantity and vector quantity. All the quantities are categorized in these two categories. Then what do you mean by scalar quantity? Scalar quantities are those quantities which describe completely by its magnitude only. Means only magnitude. Now here a thing arises that what is magnitude? What is magnitude? If we will say only 2 meters, this is magnitude. 2 is the magnitude, and meters is the unit. So, if a quantity is described or defined only with the magnitude, then it is known as a scalar quantity. That means 2 meters. 2 meters means only 2 meters. But in vector quantity, what is there? Vector quantity, we get magnitude plus direction. Magnitude plus direction. That means magnitude. That means 2 meters towards east. That means east is the direction. East is the direction. 2 is the magnitude. and meters is the unit. So this is known as any type of direction. Direction doesn't mean only east, west, north, south, up, down, left, right, whatever you can, what is added, if anything is added with the magnitude, then it is a vector quantity. So for the example of scalar quantity, we can say that time, for the examples of scalar quantity, if we can say that time, power, energy, speed, temperature are examples of scalar quantity. Examples: time, power, speed, distance is known as scalar quantity. But for the examples, quantity. Examples of vector quantity. Examples of vector quantity. If we will think about the examples of vector quantity, that is force, velocity, displacement, force, velocity, displacement and acceleration. These are vector quantity, because in case of the vector quantities, direction is needed. So force requires a direction, velocity requires a direction, displacement also requires a direction, acceleration, so to say, is also requires a direction. So these are the vector quantity and scalar quantity. Difference between vector quantity and scalar quantity. Now some physical quantities. Now about some physical quantities. So think, distance. What do you mean by distance? Distance. The total path covered by a body is known as distance. But displacement the shortest distance between the initial point and final point is known as displacement. Is known as displacement, the shortest distance. So think you can understand this one by getting some example. See, think, if a person is moving like this way downward, then towards this direction, and this is A and this is B and C. He started from A, went through B to C. So the total path path is equal to AB plus BC. The total path is AB plus BC, but the shortest distance from A to C is the shortest distance is AC. That means AB plus BC is equal to distance. Similarly, AC is the displacement. AC is the displacement, and AB plus BC is known as the shortest, is known as the distance, and AC is known as the displacement, because this is the AC is the shortest route. But think, if a person is moving in a semicircular path, so this total distance is known as the distance, but this one, the diameter, is known as the displacement. Means curve AB is distance and the diameter AB is displacement. So here, to mention the displacement, we have to write A, B and give an arrow like this way. Here also, from A, C, we have to give an arrow from A towards C. This shows that the arrow shows that A to C. But remember, if a person is moving in a circular path, here the initial point and final point is equal. Starts from A and reaches through this circular path again to A. So this is the initial point and final point are equal. So displacement is 0. Displacement is 0. But distance is equal to the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle. So this is the main difference between the distance and displacement. The first is the distance does not require a direction, but displacement requires a direction. That means distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. The second difference is the distance cannot be 0. Distance is never 0, but displacement is 0. So these are the difference between the distance and displacement. Now let us think about the units of the both the things, distance and displacement. Though the quantities are different according to the physical quantities, is one is scalar quantity and one is the vector quantity, but the units are same. Both have the same units. Units is equal to, the SI units is equal to meters and CGS unit is centimeter. So the SI unit is meter and the CGS unit is centimeter. So these are the difference between the scalar quantity, vector quantity, distance and displacement. Now let us study about the speed and velocity. Speed and velocity. Before that, again I want to remember you the difference between the distance and displacement. Distance. The distance travelled by a moving body is the actual length of the path covered by a body irrespective of the direction. But in case of the displacement of a body is the shortest distance between the initial and final position. Distance, number second point, the distance travelled in is a scalar quantity. Displacement is vector quantity. Distance travelled is always positive. Displacement may be positive, may be negative or may be zero. And the last one is the distance travelled is always greater than or equal to displacement. Displacement is always less than the distance or may be negative. Now let us start about the speed. What do you mean by speed? As you have learned and studied earlier in the mathematics, speed, the rate of distance is known as speed. Speed, distance per unit time, is known as speed. That means speed is equal to d distance by time. So the unit is a derived unit. So the unit of distance is meter and the time is second. So this is equal to meter per second is the SI system of unit of speed. Similarly, in CGS system, centimeter by second. This is equal to centimeter per second. So this is equal to, these are all the units of speed. So speed, the speed, now the various categories of speed is, number one is variable speed. Variable speed is defined as when a body covers unequal distance in unequal time interval. Unequal distance in unequal time interval. Is known as a variable speed. So unequal distance, if a body is covering 2 km in the first time, 2 km in 1 hour and the second time 4 km in the second hour, that means the body is moving in a variable speed. So variable speed means unequal distance in unequal time interval. Then average speed. Average speed, when a body is covering when a body is traveling in a variable speed, then the average speed can be calculated. Then in case of the average speed, total distance distance by total time interval is known as average speed. Total distance by total time interval is known as average speed. Next, number 3. Number 3 is uniform speed. What do you mean by uniform speed? When a body covers equal distance in equal time interval. Equal distance in equal time interval. The body is said to be moving in a uniform speed. That means in the first hour, if the body is moving 2 kilometer, then in the second hour also it should move same 2 kilometer. Then only the body is said to be in uniform speed. Then the next one is instantaneous speed. Number 4 is instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed. What do you mean by instant? The speed at any instant. Speed at any instant is known as instantaneous speed. Speed at any instant is known as instantaneous speed. Next one is what we will study about is the next factor is velocity. The next factor is velocity, the physical quantity which we will read now. Now I am going to tell you about is the velocity. Velocity. Velocity is defined as displacement per unit time. Displacement per unit time. Remember, I told you that speed is known as distance per unit time, but velocity is known as displacement per unit time. That means velocity is equal to displacement by time. Displacement by time. The units of displacement and distance, I told you earlier that they are same. So this is meter per second. Meters per second. So this is known as the unit SI unit and the CGS unit. CGS unit is centimeter per second. This is equal to centimeter per second. So this is known as the velocity and displacement per unit time. So the units are meter per second and centimeter per second. Now the various categories of velocity are: number 1, variable velocity. Variable velocity. The variable velocity means unequal displacement. Unequal displacement. In unequal time interval. that is known as variable velocity. That means if the body displaces 2 meters in the first hour and the 4 meters in the second hour, that means displacement is unequal. In the first case it was 2 meter and in the second case it was 4 meter. So it is variable velocity. The body is displacing with a variable velocity. Body is moving with a variable velocity. Now the variable velocity. Number 2, average velocity. Average velocity, total displacement by total time interval. Is known as average velocity, variable velocity, and this is average velocity. Number 3 is uniform velocity. What do you mean by uniform velocity? Uniform velocity is means equal displacement in equal time interval. Equal displacement in equal time interval. That is, it means if a body is moving in 2 meters in the first hour and 4 meters in the second hour, and then it is variable. But if a body is moving 2 meters in the first hour and 2 meters in the second hour, then the body is moving with a uniform velocity. Now I am going to tell you about the difference between speed and velocity. We can see that speed and velocity both are different. In which case, see here, in speed distance was used in the definition, but in velocity displacement was used in the definition. So speed means the difference is distance traveled by a moving body per unit time is called speed. Velocity means the distance traveled by a moving body in a particular direction per unit time is called velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. This is the part 1 of motion. In the next part, you will read about the acceleration and the graphical part of the lesson. So we'll wait for the uploaded second part in 2 or 3 days.